Someone has said that the power for creating a better future is contained in the present moment. You can create a great future for yourself only by creating a great present. So give me some minutes of yours out of the 24 hours. It's all right. You can make that sacrifice, guys. And stick around with me because by the end of the video, I would be telling you what was the second beautiful pearl of wisdom that he gave me. And that kind of, in a way, changed my life. Hi, guys, and welcome back to Ashama's One Life. Life is one. Don't think too much. Just dive. About 4 to 5 years back, guys, my father was diagnosed with kidney cancer. And I remember my kids' final exams were on because this was in the month of March or April. I'm not too sure about it. But I mean, there was nothing else on my mind at that point in time. I left everything. I gave the responsibility of the kids to my husband, or he took it very proudly. And I had to go, and I went because he was being operated upon. Okay. Now, at that point in time, when he was in the operation theater, all I could think was that, the surgery should go well and he should be fine and he should come out. Shivji ki bahut daya thi that everything went well and everything was fine. Okay. Why am I telling you this right now? What I'm trying to tell you is, if today I have to think about it and I have to relive it, can I? Yes, in my memories I can. But then, I just use the word memories. Do you realize the fact that when you go back in your past, whether it's a good episode or not such a good episode, whether it's positive according to you or negative according to you, can you really do anything about it? Can you do any goddamn thing about it? Can you go back? Do you have like a time machine you can go back and change it? You really can't. What can you do? It's just a memory in your head. So what my point here is that living in the moment is necessary. It's not only necessary, it is the need of the hour today. Especially in today's this highly tech world, you must live in this particular moment because this is the reality. What has happened, what's gone by is past, right? It's just a memory. And what you're really sweating your mind over, whether you would get that pay raise or whether you would be able to survive your job or not, of course, basic planning is all right. But fussing over it, over the top, and just forgetting where you are right now, your particular life, your present life is, I think, silly, So it's important to realize that what has happened in the past is a memory, and what really has not yet arrived, which is your future, is just an assumption. It's something you perceive and you assume maybe this will happen or maybe that will happen. Who knows? Living in the moment is so easy as a concept, guys. As a concept is one of the simplest concepts and something that I think each and everybody would be aware of. But how many of us can truly apply this in our day-to-day living lives? How many of us? Can you? Because I struggled myself so many times. My younger one is a teen. Hear me out in this. You must give me just few minutes of yours, I'm telling you, you would not repent this talk because it's straight coming from my heart. My younger one, who's a teen, he's 10 years old, he's in a hurry to become a teenager. My teenager daughter is in a hurry to become an adult. So I think we all are in a hurry, but I would give you an example of a little kid. Why do we say bachche ki innocence, kids' innocence? Why kids are supposed to be God's, face? Why? Because they're innocent and they have nothing to do whether I would be able to get, whether my parents would buy me that gift tomorrow or not, or what happened with my friend yesterday. It's bygones. What has not come, I don't give a rat's ass about it. All I care is playing right now and being in the moment. And they are so happy, right? So having said that, I'm sure we all realize the importance of living in the moment. All I'm going to do is maybe share with all of you a few ways that I generally, personally, myself, I follow a few ways to follow living in the now. Why I started doing this. What happened, really what happened that made me realize? Kya hua? Eureka. So I'll tell you. When I came here, when I shifted to Egypt, I had to leave my country. I had to leave my people. and I had to settle down in a new country. It's not easy. People say that, oh, it's great, you're living in a foreign land, and how's the experience? It's all amazing, but it's challenging at the same time, at the same level. It's not something that is simple. It is not something that is simple, or simply it came my way. So when I was going through and I newly shifted, I was really depressed. You can say I was depressed in a way. I used to be upset. I was in a way overwhelmed by, by just so many changes. Everything was just roller coaster ride. Everything was so fast, so different, so something that I wasn't used to. So I decided to, go and refer to a doctor, to a psychologist back in India. So I referred to this person online. He's a very good doctor. And you will not believe what he told me. There are two things that he told me. I'm going to tell you the first thing right now, and I'm going to tell you the second thing at the latter part of the video. So you continue to watch it, okay? So the first thing he told me was, you got to live in the moment. You got to live in the present. Stop procrastinating so much. What's going to happen? How are you going to handle all this? Will you be, will you suffice in all your duties and responsibilities? And stop just taking so much of load on yourself, and just live in the moment. So this was the first thing that he told me. And that is the time since then I started to put in a conscious effort to make live in the moment a habit, like as much as possible. Okay, what was the second thing that he told me? Even better. What he told me, the second thing, was even better. So what are the few things by how I practice myself living in the moment or living in the now? The first and foremost is, I'd like to take some time off for myself. Now, when I say time off for myself, I do not mean that I sit in a corner with my smartphone in my hand and, I'm just watching my smartphone and I'm so engulfed in other people's life on the social media, or what is happening around the world, but just watching the news, because nothing has barriers on the smartphone or in technology terms these days. Everything is just so much there. The approach is so easy and it's just so much on your face. So when I say take time out for yourself, what I mean to say is take time out for yourself, which has to be away from, specifically from your smartphone. Switch it off. Treat your smartphone like another person, because trust me, it has so much of information. It is like equivalent to 10 people. You're just mugging your head up with 10 people at one time. So take your time off. Look around you. So when I'm sipping my cup of tea in the morning, I'm looking around. From my house, the view of the river Nile is too pretty. So I notice that. I notice the birds chirping. I notice the cars moving. I just try and observe my surroundings. So try and do that. That's the first. Second point that I try to do is, one of the best practices that I could imbibe, and I follow that. I practice gratitude. Guys, try and be grateful for whatever is there in your life. Even if you think it's small, even if you think, oh, this is so petty, man, why should I be just grateful for this? Even if you think this thing is small, try and be grateful for that particular thing. Starting from the beautiful sunshine on a winter morning, to a tasty meal you had, to maybe some shopping you did, or to a good, beautiful person, a stranger that was good to you, or just that old friend who called you back, to anything. You would find those things that you would be grateful for. So try and practice gratitude, because when you practice gratitude, trust me, God, the higher being, the higher power, gives you more things for you to be thankful for. Third point, guys, this point is also very important. Try and practice letting go. So there are certain situations, there are certain circumstances that are beyond your control. So I will tell you, when my father was going through the operation, one of the medicines in the theater, after his operation was over, it reacted with his body, and the situation became serious. So at the max, what I could do was, gather the attention of the doctors who were unaware at that point in time what was happening with my father. I did whatever I could, by hook or by crook. I gathered the attention of all the doctors. Obviously, I shouted and I was panicky, because he was just kind of slipping in front of me. And so other than that, when they took him inside, that particular situation was beyond my control. I really couldn't do anything about it but pray. So I prayed, because praying was in my control. Okay, so try and let it go, because certain things that give you worry, whether it's regarding your future, I know it's easier said than done, but trust me, I have had many experiences in my life myself, so many times, that when I feel the best thing is to just let go. It's okay, man, this is not in my control. And if it's not in my control, what can I do? I can just let it go. And whatever would happen should be and would be the best for me. So let go. Now the fourth point, guys. This is the nugget that the intelligent doctor, he's so experienced and such a wonderful doctor, honestly, he gave me. And I am going to reveal that fourth point to you. It's focusing in the now. He said, just focus on the task at hand. So, I used to get so intimidated. Itni aadat nahi thi. Back in my country, I'm not used to cooking a full meal by myself and, cutting and doing this and blah and blah. Of course, now I have a help. But at that point in time when I arrived, I had nobody. I was so much on my own. And I don't know, I just took so much of worry, maybe unnecessarily at a level, I feel, but I did. So he just told me that, just focus on the task at hand. Stop being a multitasker. Yes, you're a mother of two. Yes, you have to look after the house. I have a dog, new life, blah and blah. But focus on the present, on the task you have at hand, and things would really smoothen out. And they did. So focus on what you have, whether you're cooking a meal, you're going for shopping, you're writing a letter, you're talking to somebody on the phone. And specifically, my advice, guys, out of my own experience again, my advice to you is, when you're speaking to somebody, whether face to face or over the phone, give your unadulterated attention. Show them that you're not hearing them, but you're listening to them. Okay, so give your focus. And guys, don't try to be a multitasker. Trust me, I am absolutely against this concept of, I'm being a multitasker. No, I'm not a multitasker. I'm an attention giver. If I do something, I like to give my 100%, maybe more, 100% or maybe more attention to whatever task that I have at hand, like I'm doing right now. So right now, I don't feel I'm talking to my phone. I feel I'm really connecting. I'm being able to connect with you guys. And that is the whole idea about this channel. You can greatly improve your overall health, your overall well-being, your just overall mental state, your bent of mind. It's so helpful. So let's just try. Let's try and start living in the now from now on. Give that little time for yourself. Just look around you. Feel the presence. Feel the now. Okay? This was something little from my side, guys. I hope you liked the video. And if you did, then, and if you haven't subscribed as yet, then think about it. I would appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. Thank you so much for all your love, all your appreciation. Stay blessed and wishing you good energies always. Bye-bye.